So I'm kind of interested to see how much dog mode sucked up. It's been going for about 5 hours, I'd say. 5, maybe 6 hours. So, according to this, at the end of the last drive, it was about 180 miles down to 120 miles. 60 miles consumed on climate control for the puppies. And I guess temperature wise it was set to 71 and it's been about 10 to 11 degrees Fahrenheit. So 60F delta and all at 60 miles. Six hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. I'll do the math later, or ask ChatGPT to do it.
feel so deeply when it empowered. What he said is horrible, it's blood-soaked and all that. We're just going to focus on what he did, because that's what really matters right now, okay? He is back in power, and he has got his grubby little makeup-smeared short little fingers around America's throat. He has, and I apologize, forced America into a dressing room, and he's going to do what he does. The crimes and the corruption will now begin, and they come in a variety of forms. We're going to be focusing first on the executive orders. He began his term with dozens and dozens and dozens of them, basically all of them right out of Project 2025. As we said, it was one of the many things we were right about. And so the first we're going to talk about is a variety of executive orders designed to systematically end immigration in the United States, effectively just end the concept of people being able to come into our country, except in the form of H-1B visas. You know, if
dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, persistent or severe muscle pain or weakness, muscle cramps, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune system problems, such as Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or lupus. If you've had or plan to have an organ, tissue, or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system condition, such as myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Keytruda is an immunotherapy and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials to explain ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
Amid all the purging and ousting and reassigning at the Department of Justice, federal prosecutors have now been given an unprecedented directive to investigate for potential prosecution any state or local official who resists the enforcement of federal immigration laws. And it directs the Civil Division to examine possible legal action against states or cities with laws barring officials from cooperating with immigration enforcement officers. That's according to a memo sent to staff by Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Beauvais last night. You may remember him as Donald Trump's defense attorney in the New York criminal hush money case, as well as the federal election interference cases. Mary and Andrew are back. Mary, what is the potential friction with a directive like this?
Well, and so let's just be clear. This is Department of Justice attorneys, prosecutors, and civil division. This is sending a message out to the many, many local jurisdictions who are not defying federal law. They are saying we're going to do what's necessary to keep our communities safe. That means we will comply with federal law. We will not prohibit the sharing of information about the immigration or citizenship status of people with the Immigration Service, with Department of Homeland Security if asked, but we're not going to proactively ask the people we encounter as law enforcement officials, as public officials, for their immigration and citizenship status. Federal law does not require that. DHS guidance says there's no authority for state and local officials to do that when there's not a purpose related to their mission. And so these officials have said, look, we've got to protect public safety in our communities. That means law enforcement needs to build relationships of trust with the communities they've served. And the way to do that is not going around asking everybody for their proof of citizenship. The way to do that is build trust so that they will report crimes, so they will show up at court as witnesses in trials of people who commit crimes, including committing crimes, people who are unlawfully present. Report those crimes too, right? And so law enforcement officials across political parties have been very strong on this. We're representing a sheriff in Indiana right now who has this policy and is being sued by the state attorney general. And so this is really to my mind, this is a scare tactic to try to get cities and other local jurisdictions to just sign up to be really part of the federal immigration enforcement scheme. Something I will say, the Supreme Court has said state and local authorities have no authority to enforce absent and direct agreement with federal immigration, because these are federal matters, not state and local matters.
Andrew, it feels like one of the early themes is friction within the law enforcement community, both with the J6 pardons and with this.
Absolutely. And
I'm very interested in this memo because the department is supposed to be very careful about what it cannot. And you would think an apolitical memo would say what the careful distinction that Mary said. There's no question the elections have consequences. You may not like it, but that's the truth. So it's fine for the department to say, we are going to have the following policies, lawful ones. And it's fine to say to state and locals, you can't intentionally interfere with it. But to create the impression that it's somehow illegal and you could be prosecuted for not helping, well, that's a difference.
Not moonlighting is nice.
You don't have to do that. You have no obligation to be assisting. And that, to me, is where the Department of Justice that I know and that Mary knows in any administration will be very careful about not abusing its authority and not creating that false impression for your political end.
Well, let me just ask, what is the remedy? Where do they go?
So unfortunately, the issue is the damage is the threat.
The fear.
Exactly. Is like stand down. But I do think that one of the things that will happen because of groups that Mary works in and lots of people do is getting information out. And this is, since we're dealing with state and local law enforcement, they have the ability to talk to experienced, courageous lawyers and others to say, you can do X, but you can't do Y. Trump administration policy here, but you can't mislead. Complicit with it.
It's just amazing how many different examples there are of the fear and the threat being the whole point. Mary and Andrew, thank you so much for spending the hour with us. I feel like you guys are going to have to stay free between 4 and 6. There is a new episode of their vital podcast, Main Justice, that is ready, right? Ready for download? Don't listen till 6 though, but listen. Another break for us. We'll be right back.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check your spelling first before taking off your shirts. He's smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. What's up, and you're in good hands with Allstate.
You really need to sleep. You reach for the really good stuff. ZQL Ultra helps you sleep better and longer when you need it most. It's non-habit forming and powered by the makers of NyQuil. ZQL Ultra when you really, really need to sleep.
Say hi to Patty, celebrated social worker.
What's coming in second?
Self-appointed social chair. Potluck, kickball, last call. You name it, she's on it. And you have 47 emails to prove it. But her capacity to care is unmatched. You need Patty. Patty needs a retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you help Patty with a retirement benefits plan that's right for her. With our expertise, round out yours.
I'm Barbara, and I'm from St. Joseph, Michigan. I'm a retired school librarian. I'm also a library board trustee, a mother of 2, and a grandmother of 2. About 5 years ago, I was working full-time. I had an awful lot of things to take care of. I needed all the help I could get. I saw the commercials for Prevagen, and I started taking it, and it helped. I was better able to take care of all those little details. People say to me, Barbara, you don't miss a beat.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription.
Let's get started. Bill, where's your mask? I really tried sleeping with it, everybody. Now I sleep with Inspire. Inspire? No mask? Just sleep.
Learn more of the important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
You've got a subscription to streaming movies and music, maybe even one.
The National Prayer Service said Trump, okay, let's hear him. President Trump's transition team last week released Trump's official portrait, and why is his face lit like that? He looks like he just opened the briefcase from Pulp Fiction. He looks like he's about to tell a ghost story to the Midnight Society. I call this one the tale of the phantom immigrant. Ooh. President Trump signed an executive action renaming the Gulf of Mexico and Alaska's Mount Denali. And also, I wouldn't get too comfortable if I lived here. You're just new. I don't want you just put a piece of tape over the license plate. Former President Joe Biden traveled to Charleston on Sunday and toured the International African American Museum because the last thing he wanted to do in his final day was go somewhere where he might run into Donald Trump. According to a new report from a Palm Beach plastic surgeon, many patients are getting procedures before events at Mar-a-Lago in order to impress President Trump and potentially get jobs in the new administration. But sorry, bud, he can still tell it's you. Oh, man. Also, I maybe can. According to a new federal study, drinking just one alcoholic beverage a day could raise health risks, so make sure to have at least 2. In honor of National Soup Month, Progresso has released soup lozenges. Not to be outdone, Campbell's released a humidifier. Happy National Soup Month, by the way. It's so late in January, and I feel like we haven't celebrated. We've been oh, we got a new president. We've forgotten it's National Soup Month. Good things are still happening. And finally, a restaurant in England has begun charging more than $120 for their Hawaiian pizza in an effort to discourage customers from ordering it. As if customers needed more encouragement not to order English pizza. And that was a monologue, everybody. I've got a great show tonight. He's an Emmy-nominated actor, from Parks and Rec and Party Down. He returns for the much-anticipated second season of Severance, streaming now on Apple TV Plus app. You can see her next to the scene. On family trips this week. People believe that Trump is really in charge of the House of Representatives rather than Speaker Mike Johnson. Johnson himself has said that Trump is the coach, calling him the play.
Haven't we made fun of Mike Johnson enough?
Well, I mean, he's a public minister, so I think, it's okay to make jokes about him.
Spirited jokes. You have to make fun of somebody.
Yeah, the thing is, so why would I make fun of you?
Well, you could make fun of the fact that this morning drank breakfast on stuff buns. But then I took a shower and now they're clean.
I don't want to joke about that. I usually just tell jokes about people who are in the news. People like Mike Johnson.
Make fun of Mike Johnson. Looks like he's
well, that's kind of harsh.
I know, so leave him alone. If you want something to joke about, how about this? You can make fun of the fact that my parents said
Oh, boarding school. My God, I feel like all week I would have said that joke wasn't going to work.
Yes, but it's the first time you're hearing it, wrong, Nate. Because I'm just an audience member.
I'm just saying, buddy, that's not something, buddy, because I don't know your real name. That's not something I joke about, sir.
Well, how about this? You can make fun of the fact that when I find a penny on the ground, I like to pretend I'm a hidden piggy bank.
What does that mean?
I'll show you with this penny.
Don't swallow them.
Now it's in my piggy pouch. Ooh, sounds like I've got about $7.81. Nope, 83 cents.
What is that?
Only if you leave Mike Johnson alone. Are you gonna?
Gonna what?
No. If you want somebody to make fun of, make fun of me. You can make fun of the fact that my skin is strange, even if I'm not.
So, friends.
You can make fun of the fact that my mom hates me.
You know she hates you.
She sent me this.
Sad. Sir. Will you please sit down?
In this person's option.
Don't sit on her. Then him. No, don't sit on anyone.
Probably for the best. I tried to sit on his lap earlier and he was a real about it.
Can I please get back to my show?
Sure, but if you want something to joke about, how about this? You can make fun of the fact that last night my girlfriend proposed to me.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yes, she proposed that I get my out of her and never come back.
You know what? I'd just like to continue my show.
Fine, get back to your Mike Johnson jokes, but you know what I'd say to that?
Leave him alone.
Make fun of me. You can make fun of the fact that I'm lactose intolerant, meaning I'm racist against lazy, filthy cows.
Get out of here!
Okay, I'll go. I just need some money for bus fare, so it's time to make a withdrawal. Jackpot! Oh,
How long is your bus ride?
those were all pennies. Get out of here! I mean, I'll go. But remember, kids, because this is for the kids. Mean old jokes is something I don't condone. Either make fun of me or just leave them alone.
We'll be right back with Adam Scott, everybody.
The booking app I used didn't have Agent Force, so an AI agent didn't know to move my reservations inside or know what I like to eat, which is not that.
What's up, my brother?
Oh, hey, baby!
We really needed this rain.
Right? Agent Force helps restaurants prevent dining disasters.
Paddle on over.
It's what AI was meant to be.
We got you, brother.
You built this?
It was easy once I...
Hurry in today and get these Homestead kitchen cabinets for $79. Tonight.
And uncertainly, and probably some marijuana in the air right now. I see a lot of Celtics jerseys. We're going to allow that tonight only. We are on day 2.
That was my fault on the navigation intervention there. I dropped a pin to navigate it the shortcut way, and I forgot to delete it. For some reason, it doesn't let you just navigate to a spot onto the highway, so it always puts it on like a side road.
country. Half of us are worried Trump won't do the things he promised. The other half are worried he will do those things. I'm in the latter category. We're not even a day in. He's already done so many terrible deeds. But he's also done some fun things. Like when he said this, and I want you to listen closely here. The question is, does he say every day we get subpoenas?
Every single day we get subpoenas.
That's what he said. Every day we get some. Let's listen to that one more time.
Every single day we get subpoenas.
Yeah. That was his campaign promise, a penis in every pot. As is tradition for every incoming president, Trump has a new portrait. He posed for this menacing photo. It goes up at every post office, every airport. That spray tan scowl will be glaring at you every time a TSA worker frisks your junk from now on. The new regime has already redecorated the Oval Office. They moved in a bust of Winston Churchill, a portrait of Andrew Jackson, and this was smart. They put plastic covers on the couch in case J.D. Vance gets a little too lovey-dovey. Trump's infamous Diet Coke button is back. He's also got, this time he's got a Chalupa cannon and a McNugget knob, too. And he has another little button to lock the door when he hears Elon coming. Elon Musk reportedly badgered Trump into giving him an office in the West Wing. It's kind of a tough situation for Trump because on the one hand, you know he can't stand this guy. On the other hand, he needs his money. It's what they call a Melania's dilemma. But can you imagine how annoying it's going to be for the White House IT guy with Elon in there? Did you try resetting the network protocols? Yeah, Mr. Musk, I reset this. By the way, this was an amazing moment. Traditionally, the outgoing president will leave a letter for the incoming president. Obama left a note for Trump. Trump left one for Biden, but no one knew if Biden left one for Trump until Trump was sitting at his desk and a Fox News reporter asked about it.
Did President Biden leave you a letter?
He may have. What? Don't they leave it in the desk? I don't know. Oh.
What's in there?
Thank you, Peter. It could have been years before we got it. Wow. Thank you.
Can you read anything outside?
Maybe we should all read it together.
Let's read it.
Well, maybe I'll read it first and then make that determination.
That sounds great.
Peter, thank you very much. I may not have seen this for months.
Months? I guess that's not his snack drawer. By next week, that letter will have been used as a napkin to wipe the horsey sauce off of his face. The bully is back at his pulpit, and his Sharpies are fatter than ever before. Have you noticed he's got big, fat Sharpies now? Yesterday, Trump sat down in front of everyone to sign a stack of papers like a real housewife at BravoCon or something. The Burger King signed more than 100 executive orders and actions. He pulled us out of the Paris Climate Accord. He pulled us out of the World Health Organization. There are two big reasons Trump is big on pulling out. Eric and Don Jr. He did make sure to keep us on TikTok. He issued an executive order to delay the ban on TikTok until April. He released around 1,600 criminals who stormed the Capitol on January 6th, including those who attacked police officers and stockpiled weapons for the event. And he rescinded Joe Biden's executive order lowering prescription drug prices for Americans on Medicare and Medicaid. Finally, someone's looking out for Big Pharma and the Promise Keepers, you know? And many of these orders were expected, but some were not. Some of them seemed to even take him by surprise.
Sir, this is a proclamation making the new national bird the fried chicken. Sir, this is a permit to build a Hooters directly in front of the Vietnam War Memorial. Yes, sir.
People have wanted to do this for years. What's this one?
Sir, this is an arrest warrant for 3 of the 4 women who host The View.
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
Sir, this one just says it's for something called a penis laser. I don't know what that is.
That's a big one. A lot of big ones, huh?
Oh, could you please make your signature huge and crazy? Great. Sir, this is a map of the LA wildfires. You could doodle on it with your Sharpie and make the fires go away. Really good job. Sir, this order is a big one. It allows you to do whatever you have to do to get out of a problem.
That's a big one. You know, that allows you to do. That means You can do whatever you have to do to get out of that problem. And we do have that kind of an emergency. Thank you very much, everybody.
Say thank you again.
Thank you.
Oh, good boy. That's and we're off to celebrate at as many inaugural balls. This was at the Commander-in-Chief ball last night, where someone had a good idea, which was to hand him a sword. Melania's happy all of a sudden. He's about to lose his other ear with that sword. This inauguration was noticeably more star-studded than Trump's first go-around, especially in the music department. Somehow the Liberty Ball was able to score a performance from one of the hottest entertainers in music today, none other than Mr. Billy Ray Cyrus.
I will take my horse, Old Town Road I go. I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna. Y'all can put your hands together now, like that. If you're encouraged about, keep going. They told me to kill as much time as possible. Hey, is my guitar still on? I think they cut me off. Is my guitar on, bro? Check. Is anybody awake? You all want to sing more, or you want me to just get the hell off the stage? I don't give a damn.
Things are really humming. His voice is so gravelly, Christy Nome could shoot a puppy on it. Thank you. And then we have the newly transcendent Village People. Just when you thought it couldn't be more embarrassing to be the cop in the Village People.